Now, the American President-elect Donald Trump has warned that there would be hell to pay in West Asia if the hostages held in the Gaza Strip are not released prior to his inauguration in January. A total of 251 Israelis had been taken hostage in the attack that took place on the 7th of October. Now, 422 days on, there are still about 100 plus Israelis in the custody of Hamas, of which half are believed to be alive. According to the Israeli intelligence, this includes about 4 American hostages. In his most explicit message to those who is referred to as the perpetrators of the atrocities against humanity, Trump said that they will be hit harder than anybody has been hit in the long and storied history of the United States of America. Meanwhile, the U.S. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller has announced that the Secretary of State Anthony Blinken will meet with the Israeli Minister of Strategic Affairs Ron Dermers today.
To express the position of the United States that we need to get a ceasefire, we need to see the hostages released, we need to implement plans for the day after that would allow or would establish governance, security, and reconstruction inside Gaza, and that ought to be an urgent priority, not just for the United States, not just for other countries in the region, but for Israel as well.
A Hamas delegation met with the head of the Egyptian General Intelligence, Major General Hassan Rashad, and also a number of Egyptian intelligence officials to discuss ways to stop the war and aggression and also to bring in aid and to open the Rafah border crossing. And also the delegation from Hamas met with the leaders of the rival group Fatah in Egypt for talks, seeking to bring post-war Gaza under the full control of the Palestinian Authority. Now, Gaza has been under the authority of Hamas since it used force to take the territory in 2007 from the Fatah movement, which currently rules over parts of the occupied West Bank under the Palestinian Authority. In fact, Hamas had won the election in 2006-2007, and after that, it has been in complete control of the Gaza Strip. Now, Egypt's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Badr Abdulati, said that the Palestinian Authority is to be fully enabled to take on matters in clear and complete manner after the end of the Israeli occupation. Meanwhile, the United Nations Chief Antonio Guterres has urged the international community to build a foundation for sustainable peace in the Gaza Strip. Now, Guterres has said that the situation in the Gaza Strip is just appalling and apocalyptic. He's also warned that the conditions faced by the Palestinians in the territory may amount to the gravest international crimes. Now, WION's correspondent from Israel, Jody Cohn, is joining us from Ra'anana. Jody, with the latest violations of ceasefire that are being reported between Hezbollah and the State of Israel, the question that is obviously on everyone's mind is, can this very tenuous ceasefire, can it hold?
Hi, Mohammed. So Israel has said that Hezbollah has been violating the ceasefire since day one, sending armed fighters into South Lebanon, where Hezbollah is not supposed to be under the agreement. Israel has also said that under the agreement, Israel is allowed to take action to prevent Hezbollah from returning to South Lebanon. Now, Foreign Minister Gideon Saar said that Israel has heard claims that Israel is violating the ceasefire understandings, and he said, on the contrary, Israel is enforcing them in response to Hezbollah's violations. Now, there's been a report that Israel has struck the Lebanese-Syria border during Israel's response to Hezbollah's mortar attack at Mount Dov. The IDF previously has said that these crossings are being used to smuggle Iranian weapons into Lebanon and that striking them would be permitted under the agreement. The IDF has said that Israel's demanding that the relevant parties in Lebanon fulfill their responsibilities and prevent Hezbollah's hostile activity. And the White House has now suggested that more work needs to be done to ensure the enforcement mechanism is bolstered, and that appears to be the key word here, is enforcement, about whether or not this ceasefire will last.
Now, the American president-elect, who will of course take charge in January, Donald Trump, has suggested on Truth Social that there will be hell to pay if the hostages are not returned before inauguration. Now, what's been the reaction within the state of Israel to this?
Right, so President Trump has he's posted the strongest warning yet from America to Hamas. This comes after new intelligence revealed that American hostage Omer Nutra was killed by Hamas on the 7th of October and his body was taken hostage into Gaza. It also comes after Hamas released a propaganda video showing American hostage Idan Alexander saying he doesn't want to end up like fellow American hostage Hirsch Goldberg Polin, who was executed by Hamas. Now, Israeli President Herzog has welcomed President-elect Trump's post. The Hostages Family Forum, they've extended their gratitude to Trump for what they've called his clear and uncompromising message. Meanwhile, the White House has said that there's no update on a potential hostage release deal, and they said that Hamas is still the main stumbling block.
All right, we'll have to leave there. Thank you very much indeed, Jodie Cohen, for joining us. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.